Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Coaching Club Cafe Live. I'm your host, Anita DeFrancesco, founder of Tantra Wisdom. And this morning is a really happy morning here. I'm broadcasting to you live from Philadelphia. And of course, you'll see the Eagles did win over the Dallas Cowboys. A victory for us here in Philadelphia because, we are Super Bowl winners not too long ago, a few years back, but we're still honoring our Eagles. And so today is an Eagles Monday here in Philadelphia, and season's greetings to all of you out there. It is that time of the year of giving. It is the time of the year of showing a little bit more heart to people, to your beloveds, to your family, to just everyone out there. I have to make sure you see my Eagles shirt here. Well, today I'm Anita D on the Coaching Club Cafe Live, and I'm Anita DeFrancesco is my name. I'm founder of Tantra Wisdom, and my theme with Coaching Club Live is discover joyous love. Now, what is that all about, discovering joyous love? Well, today my topic is going to be surviving jealousy and what that means. Jealousy in anything, relationships, in life. I mean, we have this emotion that lives in us. When I think about jealousy and I talk about jealousy, and I think of how painful jealousy can be between lovers, and how much pain and how much jealousy did I survive and deal with over the years, especially when I was very young, just starting out in relationships and my first love, second love, and moving into those areas where the heart is opening and you're starting to love someone, and the moment you feel insecure or they're looking at someone else, or you feel as though you're going to be betrayed. That is the big thing where jealousy comes from. It comes from fear. It comes from a place deep rooted in fear where we're afraid of being betrayed or hurt. We put so much into it. We've given our love. We've given the space, the time for the partner, and then jealousy sets in. But a lot of time, there's real jealousy, but a lot of time, jealousy becomes a fantasy because of the insecurity of your wanting to fall deeper in love. So people are afraid to fall deeper in love because they don't know how, for one thing. They're not clear in their emotions. And for another thing, they just don't, if they fall deeper in love, chances are that's when they're going to be trapped, ego trapping. So how do you escape? And then your lover can take advantage of you by cheating, and then jealousy will set in, will trigger. But some of the things that we need to learn is first to come back into our own negative feelings and learning about our own feelings, about our heart, about our vulnerability, about our love. What makes all of these emotions, come together and align them, and feeling stronger about who you are. And jealousy, there's a time and a place for jealousy too. So I have a list here. I'm just going to go over a few things with you, talking to you about how to deal with it and how to know whether if it's real or not, or it's just your own insecurities coming up. And especially around the holidays, people are a little bit more emotional. A lot of things come up. They're a little bit more argumentative. So these are some of the things that maybe you can start to harness, and understanding the self-love and coming back to yourself, that jealousy is just a phenomenon. It's almost like a fantasy if there's real. Now, I understand if your partner's cheating on you. Yes, you have a right to be jealous, but you have a right to sit down and talk about it rather than be jealous. Good morning, everyone. I'm Anita D, Coaching Club Cafe Live, Anita DeFrancesco, founder of Tantra Wisdom, and we're broadcasting to you live from Philadelphia here. And the day is really a beautiful day today. Season's greetings to everyone. And Eagles Monday, because we beat the Dallas Cowboys yesterday. So let me get to you with some of my notes because I have so much time here for you this morning. What I think jealousy is, I think it's disrespect for another's feelings. Whether you act out if the partner's cheating or not, just the fact to make you jealous is actually a disrespect to someone's feelings. So I am against jealousy. I am concerned about others' feelings all the time, whether it be good morning Randolph. We're Eagles Monday here. And so one of the things I wanted to talk about is there's a time and a place for jealousy. You know, you can set your time, if you can make a list of things that make you jealous. They may just be your own fears and insecurities and really not something to be jealous of. Now, again, jealousy is an emotion we need to have. Good morning, Randolph, and welcome to Coaching Club Cafe Live. Anita DeFrancesco, founder of Tantra Wisdom, and we're broadcasting to you live from Eagles' hometown, Philadelphia. We beat the Cowboys yesterday. Season's greetings to everyone. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, everything. I'm covering it all. But jealousy is the time of the year right now that jealousy can get triggered in us. Our insecurities, our fears. People are drinking more. They're having more free time. They're off of work. So they look for things to pick on their partner about. Jealousy, again, like I said, can just be rooted in fear, and there can be no real things going on. Although I can attest to being jealous over the years of many lovers that just put me in such pain that, you know, you just want to kill the partner because you're jealous if they cheat on you. I understand that, but you have to grow out of that because those things are just taking away from your relationship. You have to work on your fears, jumping back into who you are. So let's start with some of the things I have for you this morning. Okay, so what I wanted to know is, sometimes jealousy is good a little bit in small doses. No big deal, just to, you know, sort of have that little game thing going where you're almost like teasing each other. And it might work for sex, that little bit of jealousy. It might make your sex life a little bit stronger, a little bit more passionate, which is okay, but not outraging jealousy where you can't even handle your own emotions. You're triggered by everything that they do. Again, a lot of it is just your own fears. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about was, first, to be supportive of your partner's feelings. You know, admitting jealousy is natural. It's a natural thing in a relationship. Being supportive of your partner's feelings. Some of the ways to deal with them, it's not really what they say here, it's your problem, or I haven't done anything. So everyone starts living in defense. They start, you know, having this fighting attitude. And then the relationship becomes conflicting, and it becomes about fighting, and it becomes about living on defense. And if this is what your relationship is about, it's not the right relationship for you. Having a time set aside for jealousy. Now in Tantra, we create that sacred space. We go back to opening up to having time to discuss with our partner the things that we like, the things we dislike, what we need more of in the relationship, what can the partner change in the relationship. And I'll tell you that I find that if you start to have these regular discussions, and I don't mean every day, I mean at least once a week or once every other week, set a time aside at home, you know, or somewhere, a private space where you're not going to be interrupted, where you just discuss the things that bothered you all month, but maybe you keep a list, like, you know, when you did this or you did that. And then you can open it up to find out what's really going on with each other. And I bet you this will make you a little bit closer to your partner about asking for what you need more of in the relationship. Or what can I change to make my relationship better with you? And these are some of the things that we want to go to. So finding that time and space, making an appointment, actually. Good morning, Randolph. We are talking about surviving jealousy. My theme for the Coaching Club Cafe Live is Discover Joyous Love. And there's so much love out there to discover. And one of the ways to discover love is to let go of your fears, to open up your heart. And remember, we're Eagles Monday here. Season's greetings to you all. Okay, so I always think jealousy is disrespect in whatever way it is. It could be, not necessarily is jealousy exist in relationships, love between, you know, a beloved to lovers, but it can exist for other things. You may be jealous of your friend having a better job than you. Are you jealous of your friend because they have a newer car? I mean, there's a lot of things we're jealous of out there, but that emotion does nothing for you. The only thing it can do is to help you to become better about yourself. So if your friends have more things and you want to have that, Why be jealous? You're going back into that lower chakra, into your fear. Actually admire and give them the kudos for having succeeding in whatever it is that they succeeded in, whether it be material things or a job or a book they wrote, and actually become better. Use that fuel to help yourself to become who you are. So it's about admiring and honoring others. Lower your expectations in getting back to jealousy. Look at your core beliefs. Now here's something. My partner should never be attracted to anyone else or be flirtatious, or should I always know what my partner's doing? Well, partners out there, probably don't do it in front of your beloved, because you're not caring about their feelings if you flirt with someone. Now, flirting is a natural thing to do. I'm sorry, but it is a normal thing. I don't care how married you are. Flirting is normal. And I don't mean flirting to the point of wanting to go out with that person or dating them. Just a little smile here or there. I mean, that's just a natural emotion. But I don't do that in front of a lover. Why care for your partner's feelings? Care about your partner's feelings. Now, if you're going to cheat, that's a different thing. She has a right, or he has a right, to know what's going on. The rules people can make them more prone to jealousy. So cut out the rules. There are no rules when it comes to love. It's about flowing. It's about divinity. It's about being who you are, being authentic. If you have highly romanticized ideals for your lover, you set yourself up the chances of getting jealous a lot. So lower your expectations. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Randolph. Good morning, all you people out there in Facebook land. I am Anita D, Coaching Club Cafe Live, and $2.99 a minute is what we are offering this week. Call us in. I can give you some psychic direction, counseling, helping you find that love in your life, especially around this holiday season. And keeping in mind for all us Philadelphians and Dallas people, we have beat you yesterday, so I want to make sure my eagle here shows. Okay, let's see what else I have for you. Reevaluate your toxic habits. So, good morning, everyone. Season's greetings to you all. And it is that time of the year where you want to open up your hearts. And sometimes opening the heart can be painful. Sometimes opening the heart can cause jealousy. And jealousy in all ways, not just with beloveds. Jealousy of your friends getting better presents than you, or your friends' children having more toys than your child. Just admiring and coming together, because that is the way to healing, is letting go of those fears. So let me get back to you here with reevaluating your toxic habits. So I don't know if anyone knows what that means, reevaluating your toxic habits. Most people don't think that they have toxicity, toxic shame. Most people think they're normal and there's nothing wrong with them. Everything is okay. But when you really sit down, and maybe sit down with someone, talk to someone like us, give us a call, Coaching Club Cafe Live, and we can, help you to see if you have any challenges, any things that are dormant in your body, in your mind, that need attention, need awakening, need to unfold. Gravitating more toward your center and opening up to your higher power is one of the ways to reevaluate toxic habits. But how do we get there? Okay. Coping strategies is something that we all need to learn how to cope. There's a Dr. Leahy, he says that while he acknowledges that, yes, sometimes your partner is a liar, and you'd never learn about the cheating in other way than glancing at their Facebook messages, you still have to make sure surveillance doesn't become an actual habit that slowly takes over your life. So here we are. If you're in the relationship where you're the detective all the time, checking their social media, looking at their phone. First of all, if you're going to cheat, you better do it right. Or if you're going to flirt, you better do it right. And you better not hurt your partner's feelings. But if the partner finds out about it, They have all the rights in the world to make the time, have an appointment, sit down and discuss what it is you like and dislike that's going on within your sacred space, your relationship. You need to reevaluate yourself. What kind of fears are you living in? Jealousy is a trigger that is rooted in fear. So jealousy is a trigger rooted in fear. And this is one of the things that a lot of people have a hard time dealing with, their own fears. So coming back to self-love, coming back into that place where you're understanding that it's all okay. Everything is okay. Let me see what else I have here. Trust your gut. Now, I still remember times when I've had so much pain and not trusting my gut, the pains in my gut about being betrayed by a lover or just jealous of people who had more things than me. But then I started to trust my gut because I worked on myself. I got counseling. I helped myself. I did breathing. I went to different classes, workshops, and became the authentic person that I am today. So being authentic means expressing your anger, expressing your feelings. That's being authentic. If outraging is being authentic, it's not holding on to the toxic shame that binds you, that keeps you locked up from your being, hijacking your being. So of course, sometimes you feel jealous, but uneasy about a situation. And there's more to it than just being in love with your partner. Now again, love has boundaries. So if you're going to give your all in love, there's never anyone, most people don't really give their fullness to their partner. Being in love is one thing. And when you're in a long-term relationship, such as marriage or whatever, there's always that boundary where you come back to yourself, that healthy boundary that you give your love to your partner with fullness. But there is a part of you that is reserved for you and your inner child, for you and that relationship to your own feelings that needs to be there. And if it isn't there, that can create an emptiness or that can create anger. So you need to do some work. Give me a call. Let's see here. Know that betrayal will not end you. Research, okay, here's a little quote. Research shows that people who fear they'll have no alternative if the relationship broke up are far more likely to be jealous. So this Dr. Lee says codependency makes this relationship something that cannot fail in your mind. So people that are codependent, that become codependent on someone, is a way of them feeling complete about themselves. And they may be delusional, they may be sociopathic, and they may lie. And this is a way of them feeling complete about themselves and a way that they can go into the relationship and feel that it will never fall apart because they're living solely in the ego. They have this, they're trapped in the ego, actually. And this is real bad because when that day comes when you really walk away from them is the day that they're going to either fall apart completely, almost like an earthquake. Good morning, everyone. Let's breathe. I know I'm talking fast, and I only had this Dunkin' Donut coffee here, which they're very watered down. But it is that time of the year. Yes, it is holiday. Season's greetings to everyone. And it is Eagles Monday here. Philadelphia Eagles took it to the top yesterday with the Dallas Cowboys, and we are very happy that they're giving us that good holiday week with the winning yesterday, the victory of the Eagles. Now, let's see what else I have here. Okay, let me go to something else. So again, keeping in mind that it is disrespect to flirt with someone in front of your partner. It's disrespectful to not even share your thoughts. Sitting down talking about, hey, flirting with someone, it could be fun. It could make your sex life better, but you don't have to act on those things and be with those people. So a lot of people don't really know what jealousy is. So I'm going to give you what the Merriam-Webster says. Jealousy is often applied to feelings of protectiveness regarding one's own advantages or attachments. A lot of people have what we call attachment disorder, elements of it, not fully. And some of these are quasi-sociopathics, quasi-bipolars, whatever you want to call them. And they get into this headset where they're trapped in their ego. And This is constant protectiveness. They never want to be alone. And without that person, they're not complete. So let's take a look right now at our own feelings and just take a moment. Good morning, Randolph, and everyone out there in Facebook land. Let's take a moment and just breathe. Let's take a moment to sit with ourself. Maybe put your hands together and feel, let one hand feel the other hand. What are you feeling? What is going on? It is a time for you to understand who you are and take back your power. Jealousy is useless on all levels and in every way, not only in the love way. But we need these emotions to survive. We need them to grow. So all of them have some use within our human condition. Like some people get into relationships, I find, and they're jealous of the past lover. They weren't even in their life when that person was with that past lover. So why would you be jealous? They didn't even know you then. I mean, these are things that are saying, I'm insecure. Oh, are you going to leave me? And they're protecting themselves. And the more you get that way, the more you dig a hole for yourself and the more you are self-sabotaging who you are. So stop self-sabotaging yourself and be in that moment. But discuss with your partner what's going on. Communication, right? Okay, let's see here. A lack of awareness of your own feelings, your own negative habits of thinking. This is where you need to go because sometimes we don't understand what's going on in our own toxic self. We need to address those feelings, become more aware of our subconscious, our consciousness. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coaching Club Cafe Live. I'm Anita D., known as Anita DeFrancesco, a founder of Tantra Wisdom, and Randolph is here with us this morning, Randolph Pitts. Thank you for tuning in, and we are broadcasting to you live in the season of holiday right now, season's greetings, and Philadelphia, the city and the home of Philadelphia Eagles, who took the victory yesterday over the Dallas Cowboys. That was a big one. You know Dallas, they're pretty good. Those Cowboys, they've been at it for years. Okay, let's see. Jealousy, a complex emotional reaction to your own habitual interpretation of someone else's words or actions. Do you get jealous when someone does something or says something? Or is it that you're experiencing a feeling of condescending or a feeling of betrayal? Maybe not jealousy. A feeling of hate. Jealousy is hate if it's done spitefully, right? Thinking about everyone's feelings, being empathetic to others around you, being empathetic, being compassionate, always considering another person's feelings. You know, being in a relationship is a responsibility, whether you know it or not. It's a responsibility once you start sleeping with that person and you start engaging and exchanging emotions and caring in words. It's a responsibility to understand and stay connected with those emotions. It's a responsibility of the way you treat someone. It's criminal, if you ask me, if you treat someone badly and they open up to you. I'm not saying you have to marry them or be with them forever or anything like that, or there's expectations or anything. I'm just saying that it's a responsibility when you start to open up sexually. But in this world, people open up sexually and then boom, it's done. And so this whole responsibility thing about others, this is what we want to get back to. That's why I'm talking about Discover Joyous Love, is getting back to coming into those love feelings for others, caring for others. Like I said, you don't have to be with them forever. You don't have to, you don't owe anyone anything. You just want to have respect for others' emotions, feelings. That's important. Ridicule, get rid of it. 10 ways to deal with jealousy. Oh, I already said a whole bunch, but I'll go through a couple more. Taking responsibility for your own thoughts. Stop blaming people. Stop pointing that finger. You did this, you did that. Blaming someone will push them far away from you. And this is not a good thing because you are pushing yourself away from yourself as well. Good morning, Randolph. Okay, let's see. It's the holiday week, and Again, what about self-judgment? Becoming aware of your own self-talk. Do you talk to yourself? Do you judge yourself? What kind of thoughts and words come up? Maybe you want to write all that down and start to analyze it and think, hey, why am I saying these? Why are these negative thoughts coming up? There's a lot of armor in your body. Probably some of us, not all of us, that we have armor from our past experiences in life, things that may have been unexpressed. We have to take a look at our childhood and all the different transference that happens, whether something happened or not. There's always transference. Did you get the proper witnessing and attention growing up? I mean, it's that time now to work on yourself, right? Identifying the triggers that cause you to react to jealousy. Oh, I could name 100 of them, but now that I've fixed myself, we're never really fixed, but now that I have learned how to deal with this and have a place for it, you can live your life freely. That's what it's all about, is removing them from the psyche. Putting your ego where it belongs. Don't get trapped in the ego, allowing your truth to come forward. Okay, so now, the biggest triggers for jealousy are the false beliefs you hold that cause you to feel insecure. Here's a couple of examples. He could have anyone he wants, so why is he settling for me? That's saying something bad about yourself, negative. You don't have the self-love. You don't think you're worthy. But if you think you're worthy, that's right. He or she should be with you and only you. Probably the only reason she's with me is that the guy she really wants someone else. So settling for second best? Well, those things do happen. But again, that person who is making that statement is living again with his or her own insecurities and saying that, again, I'm not worthy. So it's all really about being worthy. Jealousy comes from a place of unworthiness. He's too good for me. He or she is too good for me. And I'll bet he knows it. He's probably just holding on to until he finds someone better. Now, a lot of time women think that a man holds on to them for sex, right? Because they're waiting for the next best thing to come along. And, this is a fear of women. I will admit it. I am a woman, and I've been there. But you also have to put yourself in their shoes, and you have to be a step ahead of the game. You also have to think like a man. I mean, to see what makes them that way. You have to become someone. If that's the case, that person is only with you until the right one comes along, grow from it. Allow yourself to be there, be in that moment, explore, and allow yourself to grow. And make it the best. Make it a healthy relationship. Because, look, all of these relationships are not going to last forever. We're either going to die on each other, or we are just going to separate, or one is going to grow older and have more development happening in their life and move on. So we have to understand that the self-love is first. Now, okay, if she leaves me, I will never be happy again. Well, that person, you really need to give me a call because there's so many people out there beside just that one person you think makes you happy. You have to be happy, and happiness is a choice. And one thing I know, I have chosen to be happy. With everything in my life that has come to the forefront, the things that I have experienced over the years and what I have come through moving mountains, I have chosen to be happy. Because this is my comic relief, actually, sometimes. But being happy is a place of choice. Let's go there. That'll be a topic soon. A couple more things, and then I'll let you go, for I know everyone's busy in this holiday season. Look at the situation from a different point of view. Shift your perspective to step away from the false ideas you have about yourself. How do you do this? For starters, don't wait until something triggers you and then try to take the high road. Work on yourself before the triggers come, because if you work on yourself, the triggers will be decreased. I'm Anita DeFrancesco, Coaching Club Cafe Live, Tantra Wisdom. I'm the founder of please give us a call. We have $2.99 a minute. Okay, let's see a couple more things. Practicing mindfulness. How do you do that? Maybe you listen to soft music. I mean, a lot of people need to learn. If you want to learn how to do things, I can really teach you. How do you practice mindfulness? What is that? There's maybe listening to soft music. There's, taking a yoga class, or maybe you don't feel you're good enough for yoga. Your body's not flexible enough, which doesn't really matter that you can do floor yoga and it's just as good. But, sitting in a quiet place, go to a park. Even if it means just walking around looking at the holiday lights out there, to allow yourself to lose yourself for a moment. And tap into the inner child. Let your child come out and play. Okay, let's see. What else? What else do I have? Forgiving yourself. Stop with the self-judgment, number one, and condemnation. These are the things that will keep you unhappy. These should have no place in your perspective as a compassionate observer. So forgiving yourself. How do you forgive yourself? Well, you just, for a moment, you remove some of those thoughts. You do some breathing. Let's breathe right now for just a moment. Take a breath, holding the higher space, the higher power. And allow yourself to just go in and say, it's okay. I give myself the permission to be who I am. When you forgive, you let go of some anger. Anger dissolves. Okay, so anyone have any questions for me? I'm going to come to the end of this talk right now. Getting rid of the false beliefs. Okay, so that's about it for now. I've been your host, Anita D. You're listening to Coaching Club Cafe Live. Anita DeFrancesco, founder of Tantra Wisdom. And we are celebrating the Eagles Monday here. Yay, yay, yay. The town is roaring. They're outraged. They're all over the place because Eagles beat the Dallas Cowboys. And I want to wish everyone a happy holiday season. And thank you all for tuning in. And you can give us a call. We're having a lot of specials right now, $2.99 a minute. You can just give us a call here and we will be glad to give you the time and hold that space for your voice. Thank you for tuning in.